Greetings, Local 31. This is our, what is this? April update video. Here with our shop chairman, Doug Bias Jr.
Good afternoon, everybody.
All right. We are here. He's going to do a little bit of the shop side as we normally do. I'm going to take us through some of the administrative and executive things that we got going on. So with no further ado, we are going to just jump right in. I know a lot of folks are dealing with unemployment still. So as we near the end of the 16 weeks for those second shifters or people that were on this, that took the voluntary, we do have some information on how to process to full sub. There is another video. We're going to attach it to this from the benefit reps. We're also going to separate it. So if you don't care to hear Doug and I talk, you can just click and the benefit reps will explain the how that process and procedure is going to proceed. Quickly, I'll just touch on it. You're going to do full sub. Full sub meaning the entire 74%. That's what we constitute as full. There is going to be some documentation that you're going to need. The state of Kansas is not going to provide a document per se, but the information on a site we can take off, screenshot, download, print, whatever the case may be, and get that over to General Motors Sub to try to make this process and procedure as seamless as possible. Sub is going to be pretty much the same as you've been doing it, but except for the 612 where it asks you, what your rate of pay or what you would have received from unemployment, you should just see exhausted from henceforth. So for the most part, nice and easy. It is going to be important for you to keep checking your balance on the kansasui.gov site to know where you are on that. We do explain that in this paper that we sent, how to get to that. You go on the home screen. On the home screen it says click here for status, claim status. You click that button and that pulls up your claim details. That's usually start date, end date, and how much you receive in 612 for most folks, as well as your maximum benefit. And then the most important thing for this will be balance. So once you see double zeros or triple zeros on that balance, you are exhausted. And that is the information that you can take to General Motors Sub in order to constitute that you are exhausted. So just a little bit of walkthrough on that. Anybody, and I'll just double down on this, anybody that comes in May 12th, which all employees are coming back, and I'll let our chairman touch on that. But anybody that does, and you are not exhausted, so if you're still on unemployment as of May 12th, when you come back to work, when you go to claim that week, right, the week after, the 18th, the week of the 18th, when you claim that week, we're asking that you still do the unemployment process. Wait until you get your wages that following week, that Wednesday or so, and then claim those wages and try to keep those as accurate as possible. I know it's a bit of a delay, but that saves you some heartache dealing with the state and dealing with subs. So just, if you're not exhausted with those benefits, if you're still on unemployment come May 12th, you're going to still claim your unemployment like normal, except wait and make sure you report those wages, which would be, I believe, the 21st, May 21st. Wait until May 21st so you can see your wages on your check stub and claim those. Also, we got a bill passed. It's a good thing. It is reconstituting what a temporary layoff is for the Kansas statute. Long and short of it is, if and when we have to go through this again for those second shifters that are probably already getting close to exhausted, and the first shifters that are dealing with it right now, we will now be recognized as a temporary layoff. That means by law we are only going to be eligible for 8 weeks of unemployment, which is exactly what it was before, instead of 16. So that means less time having to deal with unemployment, and we will no longer have to do the look for work. So that law got passed, and it is being signed probably as we speak right now. Now there's going to be a little bit of a transition for the first shifters that are currently navigating the process. What that looks like exactly, we have not jumped over that hurdle just yet. I still have some more conversations to have with the labor secretary and the governor's office. But what we do know is it's going to take effect immediately, and we will no longer have to look for work. It will be classified as a temporary layoff. Now, again, whether that means we're going to jump directly to sub, in the interim, or if we're going to play this thing out for the rest of the 16 weeks, at this time we don't know. But as soon as we have those conversations, we will roll those things out. To that end, I don't know about you, brother, but I desperately need to just decompress and woosah after all of this.
You do.
So, April 23rd, I say let's just throw a barbecue. Mayday, Union Day barbecue right here at the hall. We'll start early. Bring your own tent. Bring your own chairs. We will supply. I personally supply some food and some drinks, but bring your own. If you want to throw something on the grill, we'll have 3 grills sparked up and ready to go, and we'll supply some as well again. But I think it'd be a good day to just kind of get out, fellowship. We do have some guests that would like to come pay us a visit. I'll give you a hint. It's some of the same people that helped get this law passed. So I think it'd be a great opportunity for us to come on out and just kind of kick back, put your red shirts on, spend some time at the hall. We'll come out, play some dominoes, play some horseshoes. Just take a day. I know it's a Wednesday, but hey, we're technically looking for work. So
right.
so I think April 23rd, we'll start around 11, and let's just come on out. Spend a day. If you guys want to volunteer, want to come out, help cook, help set up some things, please come on out. But we'll put some energy behind this thing and just come on over to the hall and spend some time there. I mean, it's been a long journey trying to get some of these things done, and I know we're at the end for the second shift guys and gals, and the first shift crew is kind of getting about halfway through that process. So let's just spend some time, man. April 23rd, about 11 o'clock. And, I think that's good for me.
Good for you?
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
All right. Well, greetings, brothers and sisters. So, since we talked last, video-wise in the union meeting, there's not a lot of change in the plant as far as what we're doing. Construction's still going on. I will say that probably over half the contractors, outside contractors, have vacated the building at this point. Chassis and body shop still being the major one, but most of the equipment is set. So I'll just start right out in, let's start stamping. South Press, being told that they'll probably be finished here in the next couple of weeks. With that, it'll be back up and running. The middle press, they had to do some work on the air cushion system. No different than they did the South Press, other than the overhaul on the South Press. So by the time we get back to work in May, all 3 presses will be up and running, and trying to track some more work back there for the folks that work in stamping. Body shop, all the cells have been set. They are in place. They are completing the B side, heavy iron changes, and getting the fixtures up, doing some conveyor work, but the conveyors are the same, VDLs are the same. They're just changing some of the conveyor system itself over. Programmers along with electricians are working in programming equipment currently. Right now pretty much everything is in yellow tag, so for most people probably don't know the red, yellow, and green tag, but we're in yellow. Once we go green, then it's ready for production. So yellow is doing all the programming and things of that nature and touching up. So we're into that phase. Come out to trim. For the most part in trim, it is completed. The transfer from paint to trim is done. They ran some trials, got that through. They ran some trials up the sunroof area. They are working currently over around doors on and doors off, tying in that equipment. But for the most part, trim is done. Chassis, they have finished the res area. They have finished the drive line configuration. Now they're putting the 4-post carriers. They started putting those up yesterday. They're working diligently on that. That work probably won't be completed till after the May time frame. There will be enough in the system to run a car or two down the line, but there's a total of 250 carriers currently that they're trying to get in. There will be another couple hundred that's still got to be put in. So the old paint shop, or the new paint shop, I'm sorry, they've ran cars through, painted those, and they put the new VDL system in, the new elevator system. They're still currently working on that, but the hole has been cut in the floor and the concrete's been done, and the elevator itself is in. Short of that, that is progress with the plant, and they've run some carriers through chassis, just hand pushed them. They're trying to tweak a few areas, chain and everything, and trims pulling through. So plant itself is coming together. Everybody should be out of here by the week ending April 27th. Most of the contractors, if not all contractors, should be out of here, with the exception of the supporting staff, meaning the Kukas, the Herotechs, Massive, and there's one other group. They'll still be in here with the programming piece, working with our trades to eliminate the debug system. So, looking forward to get back to building some cars. That way we can get the ones that they need crashed, and we can get in here and do what we're doing. Local agreement update, they still haven't come back to us with any significant movement forward. They're holding steady on the dollar amount on the shoe allowance. So we'll continue to work on them to get some money out of them. That's the holdup currently. Grievance levels have come down. They've been working on those. And when I say they're coming down, for the production side they are. Maintenance side, there's still some issues going on daily that we are correcting and having to grieve through that issue. But overall, grievances are coming down significantly. So, trying to think of what else. May 12th, the week of May 12th when we come back, everybody will be coming back. First, second, and those in stamping that are laid off, you'll be coming back in as well. I did have a question about third shift and what shift are they reporting to. So I will get that answer out, and I will put it out on our social media sites and in print as soon as I know what's going on with third shift, stamping where they want them to report to or what shift. There's been some talk of splitting the two shifts up right now. That's not confirmed, but the plant manager did come to me and ask me earlier this week, actually yesterday, about a different scenario. That way we don't have everybody standing on top of each other. Two, the parking lot will be a little emptier for the second shift coming in and first shift to get out. So as soon as we get that dialed in and we know what it's going to be, I'll get that out to everybody. But that was something that was brought up, and we're now discussing. As far as the workload that's going on the first week, they were trying to plan a car to go through GA. Don't know that that's going to happen yet, but that was the plan. At least everybody get to look at the car coming through General Assembly, kind of see the way the jobs are set up. So now with the jobs. So IE is supposed to be done with all the job JSs come next week, I believe it is. The core team is still working with them on some problem areas along with ergonomics, but overall they're starting to come together, and we will know everything probably by the week of, there's no calendar in this room, so I believe it's April 17th. It's the week prior to the Easter holiday. They're supposed to have everything together. That way we know exactly what's going on in each shop. With that being said, as you guys come in, most of you are going to report to your team centers. One of the initiatives right out of the gate is going to be picking of jobs. Some work will transfer team to team. Some work is gone, some work is new. So we'll go through that process. But when you come back under temporary layoff, you report back to your same group and team that you left. From there, the committeemen will work with the business managers and or the group leader, and they're going to go through what we call a war room, be set up, and it is a pick area as far as maybe your job went to team 2 instead of team 1, or team A to team B, because the various shops use different numbers, right? And some use letters. So you go in the war room, you'll look and you'll pick where you want to go. You're either going to stay with your team or you're going to follow your work type thing. but there will be a picking of jobs as far as that goes, of people that are being moved around, I'll say, or displaced from one team to another. So that'll happen. Any training that's going on will happen that week. And then on top of that, the corporation is going to be sending down 16 cars. 13 of them are going to be electric vehicles, 3 of them are gas and or ICE engine, which is going to be the Sierra, the Silverado, and I believe a Traverse will be the ICE engines. Then they're going to have a fleet from our electric, and I don't know all of them off the top of my head that are coming. I do know the Hummer is coming. There will be a Sierra and a Silverado. There will be a Lyric. I don't know about an Optic, the Cadillac Optic. I don't know if that is coming or not. Blazer and Equinox, I believe, and then a few more, but there's a total of 13 electric vehicles. This will be basically you go out, we did this once before, where you go out and look at the car. If you just want to look at them, walk around them, check them out, you'll be free to do that during the company hours. And or if you want to drive them, there will be an opportunity to sign up and drive these vehicles. Anybody that wants to drive them, I've been told they will let them drive them. I'm assuming it'll be kind of the same route where they went up down to the bridge, crossed over into Missouri, hit the highway, turned around and came back. I don't know the route, but there is going to be some fun things, and it'd be interesting to see some of the product that we're building come here, and folks can take a drive and check them out. Maybe build a little bit of energy around them. So hopefully there'll be a couple bolts sitting in the plant that we have produced since you guys have been out, the core team I should say. One of them that is running around here, I will say it is not a sellable unit. I'm sure will be crushed when it's done doing what it's supposed to do, but you get the overall gist of it. It's not a bad looking vehicle, and hopefully, and I think it will, I think it'll do good in the small market world and sell. So that's a little bit about what's going on in the plant. I hope that brings people up to speed, and as we can, they have approved this to put some pictures in the paper, so the April edition, right, is what we got coming up.
Absolutely.
So we'll be able to provide those pictures to the team, and they can kind of, their before and afters is what we got going on, so you can kind of see that. And if anybody is on the Fairfax manufacturing page, Michael did a short video out in the plant, kind of hones in an area so you don't really get to see what's going on, but it's something in each area. So with that, that's all I have this month.
Well, perfect. So just a little bit of recap from the executive side. So we will be Mayday celebration. We're going to do it April 23rd, started at 11 over at the Union Hall. It's going to be, kind of more of a picnic kind of vibe. Just come on out. BYOB, bring your own food, whatever you want. We'll have the grills going. We'll supply some foods and drink. We will have some special guests coming out, so be prepared for that. Let's make it a red shirt day. Also, we are, as we speak, conducting interviews for a secretary. We did have that conversation at the last union meeting. I know this one's postponed due to the holiday, so let's just give a little update there. Hopefully, by May, we will have that all kind of knocked out. And, in solidarity, unless you got anything else.
I'm good.
All right.
Have a good day.
Greetings, Local 31. This is your beautiful benefit reps giving you a update on what we're going to do with this transition from unemployment to full sub. They're going to walk you through that process, including what's going to happen when you return to work and what you're supposed to do and what not to do. So with no further ado, here are your beautiful benefit reps. Take it away, ladies.
Okay, I'll go first. Guys, we're starting off with, if you have exhausted your benefit. Let me say this again. If you have exhausted your benefit, you must provide the corresponding document from the state to sub. What I mean by that, wait until you receive a letter from unemployment saying that you have exhausted, or you can go on to the Kansas unemployment and pull that document up saying that you have exhausted your benefit. Once you have done that, that can be submitted to sub. That's how sub will determine if you are full sub. That means there's no other claims open for you during that time. Okay, everybody understand that? To review your balance, please follow the same instructions that you've been following all this time, where you check in to see how much your balance is and how many weeks that you have left. If you determine that you have exhaust, or you have a question about if you have exhaust, give us a call so we can help you with that process. Send a letter or email to sub at I lost myself.
GM.com.
Or at gm.com, or you can fax it to 248-365-9809. Okay? Make sure your name, your GMIN is on that paper. Okay? Again, if you have any problems with that, call us. We are here for you.
So, filing your weekly sub. So, you need to log on to layoffbenefits.com every week to apply for your sub. You cannot apply for sub no earlier than Monday. Also, when you log into your sub, once you've exhausted all of your monies from unemployment, those two questions, that very first question is going to say there's no insufficient funds. So it will say funds, insufficient funds. Normally it says you have $612 that you was receiving from the state. It won't say that once your funds are gone. The funds are insufficient. It is going to say you have insufficient funds. That's going to be question number one. The second question...
I'm sorry, that will be a yes.
And
if you have exhausted
yes.
your benefits, that will be a yes.
Yeah. And then the second question is going to be a no. Is that same question, do you have another job, non-monetary GM benefits? If you do, you're going to answer yes. If you do not have another job, you're going to answer no. You're going to click on it, you're going to push OK, and then it's going to tell you that that claim has been accepted. So we want to make sure that when you go and you've exhausted all funds, that very first box is going to tell you that the funds has been exhausted. Okay, and then all employees that have exhausted their funds, every employee must return to work May 12th, 2025, first shift. Every employee returns to work May 1st, first shift, 2025, okay? You must submit your regular weekly claim with the state of Kansas for the week ending 5/18. So once again, we're going to wait till the following Wednesday so we can claim that gross amount. We want to make sure that we're claiming the gross amount. If you are still receiving unemployment, you've got to claim that amount. So don't claim it Sunday, Monday, wait till Wednesday. You go in and you look at your check stub, and then you want to claim that gross amount. That will continue your unemployment for the ones that still will be receiving unemployment.
And to go with that, we also, to submit a sub, a manual sub, that's located under the, sorry you guys, I've been a little sick. It's underneath the forms under your layoff benefits, okay? What you'll do is you'll fill out your name, GMIN, and the ending date of the week, which is a Saturday. You could use a Saturday or a Sunday because they will submit that. Make sure if you have another job that you mark on there, yes, fill in the information, the address, the name of the employer. We're getting a lot of these being returned because we're not getting those filled out correctly. So we've been working with people trying to get that done. Also, if you have exhausted your benefits for the week that we return to work, for the week of May 12th, you're not going to have to, remember, you're not going to have to claim anything, okay? Because GM knows you've worked that week. All right. We do know that some people will not exhaust their benefits. Some people came in, got laid off January, first week of January. I'm sorry, the 10th, I think it is. The 17th, the 24th. We've had people that came back from sick leave. We had people return from work comp, you guys. So all these dates are going to vary a little bit for each of us. Also, if you have another job, your benefits, your weekly, we say we got 16 weeks of unemployment, but actually it's also included that 97, 92 or whatever your maximum amount is. If they're not paying you 612 a week, your weeks are going to be extended. You're going to have more than 16 weeks just because they haven't exhausted your benefits, your maximum benefit, okay? So that's another way some people are not going to be exhausting their benefits by the time May 12th, when we come back, okay? Did we get everything? I don't...
And also, if you upload your sub application, they may want to see your UC. They may ask for that, and they may ask for a weekly certification amount. Make sure when you do that, upload those two documents, because what's going on is we're getting that email back with your information, and he's asking for more information. So you want to upload your UC and your weekly amount. He has to see that sometimes when you're submitting your sub. If you're going back, sub is really fairly easy to do. Don't overthink this. You've got 2 questions, answer it and submit it. If you want to claim something past February, there's another form you need to fill out. So, because the unemployment would only allow you 6 or 8 weeks that they'll show the amount that you have been paid. So that's another form that we have in the office. If for whatever reason you have to go back to December the 1st or even February, you need to come to the office. There's a form that needs to be filled out, and then we have to also send that to sub.
Also, we do know there's people out here that has not claimed unemployment at all. You are going to have to exhaust your benefits before you can get sub, okay? Like I said, there's people out here that have not exhausted their benefits because they haven't even filed for unemployment. Please reach out to us so we can get you logged in for whatever reason, whatever it is. Let us help you get that taken care of, okay? So we can get you the benefits you deserve and that you've earned.
And there are people out here that have not applied for sub. We are no longer an auto state. We have to apply for our weekly sub each week, whether it's online or over the phone. You have to apply for it. So if you have not applied for sub, then you probably want to reach out to one of us ladies and give us a call so we can get your sub started. Because we do have some people that hasn't.
So mainly, if you have exhaust and you're still confused about what you need to do, get in touch with us. Don't, like Deidre said, don't second think anything, okay? Let us know where you are. Come to the office. Just give us a call. It's going to be hard for you to get in because we know a lot of people will be calling at the same time. Just be patient with us. If we see your number, we'll try to call you back before we go home. We'll try to get to everybody if you call that day, okay? Just make sure you have exhaust. That's the main thing, okay? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies. Only thing I will add is that fax number is 248-365-9809. That is the fax number for SubPay. And the email to email any forms is ucfax@gm.com. Thank you again.
No, this is going to be posted.
Yep, and we will have all this information posted. Thank you.